Today we're going to be talking about purpose. And this is a topic that I think gets thrown around a lot on social media. We hear in different gurus, different mentors, different people all over the place. You got to find your purpose. But I think this can be a very daunting challenge for a lot of people. It can be a big challenge for most of us. And oftentimes I see people pinballing around from topic to topic, idea to idea, kind of aimlessly getting blown by the wind like a sailboat without a course. So I brought my friend Angelo Sisco from Alpha Hippie. And this dude, you can see his shirt's got gratitude on it. This man is grounded. This man is wise beyond his years, and he knows a lot about purpose. So, Angelo, I'd love for you to dive in. How can people discover their purpose?
Ooh. So, purpose is first here because we know that on earth, our life is limited and we want to give us an ultimate reason for living. Okay. That is why we are in search of purpose, and that's why it's here. Next thing is this: everyone, especially I gear this specifically towards men because my work is really into this. Every man's purpose is service. Just know this already. Your purpose on planet Earth is to serve. Now, once you know that it's service, Angelo, what is service? You solved the big one, but what's service? What is service? What does it mean to live a life of service? What is serving? Serving is first love. In order to serve, you have to love. And the most important person that you have to love is yourself. Super important. You have to love yourself. You have to have a practice and a full belief and understanding that you love yourself so that you could authentically and genuinely love others. There's many other layers to how to express love. We're giving you the quick and dirty today. Love, love, love. The second for a man is to protect or provide, depending on how you look at it. Okay. Now, when men first hear this, oftentimes they look at protection as money, right? They look at that. And that is true. Okay. We must provide, for our families and all that stuff. Yet that is number two under that realm. The first way that we could actually live a life of service and protection and really do this as men is that we must become comfortable with the physical protection part of our lives. Because I don't know about you guys out there, I could deal with me and my wife being homeless. I could not live with myself knowing that I wasn't physically prepared to protect my family from a potential physical threat or violent situation. I could make more money. I cannot take that away from me. And oftentimes we want to reject that in this new world. I got news for everyone. We will always be animals. This is just the way brain is wired. So if you are not looking to be able to protect yourself physically from a self-defense point of view, that's what I mean, not necessarily with a gun or anything like that, but just be comfortable knowing that you have a practice and training and being able to deal with some sort of violence and physicality is just a reality. You don't turn into Jason Bourne on accident. Then number two is money. Okay. So oftentimes the money gets really distorted in this service. So this is really helps people understand the difference between what a role in a job is and then maybe a better idea of service. And I'm going to get into that in our third part. We have to have a way that we could create some sort of flow and exchange of money. It is our birthright to be financially independent. That's it. I'm not saying that everyone should have a goal of being more rich than Jeff Bezos. Yet, this idea of being in debt, not having enough, right? That alone, right? We should be able to be free to be able to do that. And you must create or develop a job that could give you that, and also develop the skill of being wealthy, knowing how to handle, respect, and be responsible for your money. So that's part number two of the service: protect, provide. Okay. First, physically, and then we protect with our pockets. Physical, pockets. Two P's under that: protect. And last but certainly not least, and this is the real important one, this is the one that often gets misunderstood the most. And this is the link of it all, is we must be able to teach something. And what's beautiful, my brothers out there and even my sisters, you teach what you know best, not what Jimmy knows best, not what Frank knows best. You teach what you love. You teach what you have a passion for. It's called sharing with other people. And what's amazing about men is we teach by modeling. So if you are skilled at something, someone should just be able to watch you do you, and that is how you serve. That would be your gift to the world. And what it really does is it eliminates this idea of you comparing yourself with someone else, wanting to be someone else, because you could only teach what you're truly passionate about, what you really love, because you will never want to teach something that you can't model because you don't feel qualified to be wearing it. I teach men how to go pro because it is my life's obsession. It is what I demonstrate, try my best, give everything in my life to demonstrate every minute of every day, is that I wish to be a pro man. That's why I dedicate and feel qualified to teach other men to do this. It just so happens that I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years and figured out how to make money doing this. Yet I would teach men how to go pro for free and be a barista at Starbucks to make money. So this idea of it all having to be one is not necessarily there, because I had to take 20 years to develop a skill of being an entrepreneur so that the teaching and the money making could be the same thing. But don't get it twisted. You could have that right now. And then on top of it, how much easier is it for you to go to work now and just look at work for what it is? It's how you provide for your family. It's just part of the service that is your purpose. So you don't need to check your phone for a boss on the weekends because you're not so attached to it. And you don't have to go there and hate everyone because you're looking at it like it's pulling you away from your passion. No, it's part of the game. It's part of your service. It's how you make the money. And so this is, to me, the demystifying way for people to uncover this, live the best life that they were by your birthright given, and should help anyone and everyone understand what this life on planet Earth is about, so that you could have your version of heaven and bliss. And that's all I wish for anyone out watching this.
Beautiful. Thank you, Angelo. And so I think a common question people may ask is, when is the best age to do this? Is it too late to do this at some points? Obviously, we've had this discussion. It's good to have a mentor. It's good to have a coach to help you close that gap. But what would you say to someone who's, probably in the younger generation? Maybe they're in their teens, maybe they're in their early 20s, and they kind of feel like the world is so shiny. There's so many shiny objects everywhere, like you said about checking the phone. There's all this comparison. how do you get people to just start? Is it finding a coach? Is it getting a job that, maybe they don't like, but they're going to learn something from? What would you say is the first steps?
The first step to make any progress is to develop awareness. You cannot develop awareness unless you are a witness to yourself. First, take inventory. And that's what awareness is, being able to take honest, observational, unemotional, attached inventory of you, and then you'll know exactly what to do.
So it sounds like we got to figure out what we love. We got to develop that relationship with ourselves and really love ourselves and honor ourselves. Recognize that it is going to take work, and that's okay. Because even if we don't like the job that we're doing at this moment, if we recognize this is allowing me to provide for my family, this is allowing me to develop the skills, the work ethic towards creating the financial piece of the purpose, because we can be doing the purpose on the side, like you said, we can be working the job, growing the purpose on the side, and that may take a year, which is pretty short in the grand scheme of things, may take 20 years. But if this is what we love and this is our purpose, it doesn't necessarily even matter how long it takes, because that is the joy in life, is finding that purpose.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. Well, Angelo, thank you for shedding this light. I know that you've got a lot of cool stuff going on in your world. So just love to have you share where people can stay in touch with you, learn more about what you do, and follow along with your journey.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I am Alpha Hippie on all the channels. I am alphahippie.com. I also do a bit of Instagram myself, Angelo underscore Sisco. And we ch- I check the DMs and answer all of them. So if anyone has any questions on this stuff, please hit me up and I'd be happy to be of service.
Awesome. Well, again, I'll put those links in the description box here, my friends. So if you didn't catch that from Angelo saying that, check the links in the description box. Angelo, thank you for doing the work that you're doing for all the listeners here. Like Angelo said, just start where you're at. Use what you have, start where you're at, and just start taking those steps. Because in this world of instant gratification that we've found ourselves in, most things don't happen overnight. And even if we see an overnight success, we don't see the other side of the iceberg. We're just seeing that tip of the iceberg. We don't see all the work and the time and the energy that went into that. So, Angelo, thank you. Everybody listening, have an awesome day. We'll talk to you soon.